Hi, my name is Kellen Lewis. I'm a pastor here at Riverside Church in Madison, Wisconsin. And I was just talking to a dear pastor friend of mine who is dying of cancer. And he issued me a challenge to preach to people about the words that Jesus said on the cross, specifically one word that Jesus said on the cross. And why would he think at the end of his life that one word is what everybody needs to hear? Well, let me tell you about that word. The word is tetelestai in Greek. This is a word that means it is finished, but it was used in the context of like merchants, right? So if you are getting something from a merchant and then you have a debt that you owe them, and you come in and you pay the debt, and then they look at their records and, okay, that's how much you owe, that's how much you brought, then they would take a stamp that says paid in full, tetelestai, paid in full. And what's amazing about this is that Jesus says this as he is on the cross, ready to die for our sins, ready to breathe his last. He says, Tetelestai, it is finished, paid in full. So the it is finished part implies, the end of Jesus' death or his life, the end of his mission that God gave him to come and be a sacrifice for our sins. But that is also a message for us that our sin debt is paid in full. And this is completely unique. There is nothing else like this. And I don't mean just in the world of religions. I mean anywhere. Say you're an environmentalist, right? So you want to do what's right for Earth and for nature, and you look at your energy usage, okay? Is it 100% renewable? Basically, nobody is 100% renewable, okay? How about, do you pollute the environment? Have you ever used single-use plastic? We wrap all sorts of food in plastic, and that wrapper is going to be around for 1,000 years or more, and then it's going to break down into microplastics, and it's going to be all over the place, right? You have clothes that have polyester fibers that are just shedding these microplastics all over the place. Like, we're constantly destroying the environment. And what can you do about that? I mean, those microplastics are going to be around for a really long time, and there's nothing you can do to undo the impact that you've had. And it's kind of this like demoralizing, depressing sort of perspective. Or if you're a religious person, in whatever religion, you're trying to have enough karma, enough good works to get to the good place, to wherever you're trying to go. And how do you know if you've ever done enough? And Jesus does make moral demands of us, but what's unique about Jesus is his moral demands are designed to point us beyond ourselves. They show us that we fall short, just like everybody else's moral systems do, but then nobody else has a moral system that has a true solution to the problem that gets highlighted by the moral system. But Jesus comes in, and Jesus looks at us, and he's like, you are sinners, you're going to stand before me, and you're going to be guilty. But I'm going to come and live the life you could not, to get all the merit that you possibly could ever need. And then if you trust in me, your sin debt is paid in full. It's completely covered. And the good things that you try to do, it's not trying to earn your way in. Like, your entrance fee to heaven is 100% paid in full by Jesus, instead of going to hell like we deserve, because Jesus died for our sins as the only person who is sinless and able to die for somebody else's sins. Our sin debt is paid in full. It's so amazing. It allows grace. It allows unmerited favor. God can just be kind to people and still be completely just, but he can be completely kind to everybody and welcome us into heaven for eternity, because our sin debt is paid in full. So trust in Jesus and make sure you are right with him for eternity. At the end of your days, you will breathe your last, and you are going to stand in the presence of Jesus. And he's going to look at you, and he's going to say, were you good enough? And if we look at what he requires, no, we're not. And that could just be the end of it. But if you say, I'm not good enough, but I'm trusting in you that you were good enough, guess what? Your sin debt is paid in